Alright, hello everyone, Joe Malden here. Today it's going to be a different video, but still sewing related. So, I'm going to be following Darlene Doll's video where she goes ahead and does the duct tape all around the doll in order to get the patterns. I won't be doing the arms though, and I'm debating about doing the legs. I probably won't. I'm not a big fan of super fitted clothing. I do prefer to make dresses and loosely fitted sleeves. I love the drama, so that's probably why I won't be doing that. It's a little less work for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. I will stop talking. I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up. That way, it's not a super long process for everyone. Well, for you guys. So, yeah, let's get started. Before that, though, I will show you the items. You need some Saran wrap, painter's tape, and just in case, I'm not sure if I'm going to use this, but it's some plastic that I could put down the middle to help me protect the vinyl, but I'm still not sure because I could use scissors like Darling Dolls did, but we'll see. I'll go ahead and get started. Alright, so the best advice I can give for this, like as you work your way to the waist and the bust, is to use thinner strips of thinner strips of tape, and try your best to lay them all down, like tape them all down in the same direction. Otherwise, you get like different corners popping up from different directions, and then you'll need to add tape there, and it's just snowballs and it gets crazy. So while you're there, also make sure you mark your stand in whatever shape you want. It's your call, but just make sure you mark it. You're there, might as well. As you work your way to the bust and work your way up on the waist, I think it'll be okay to use vertical, like lay your strips vertically. It'll actually, I think, give you the best shape possible. It'll help you shape it better. So try to keep that in mind. I also go over and around the bust down the line. So there really isn't that many rules. It's work your way, work with what you got, and work as you go, because everyone's gonna be different. And each placement of the tape causes a different like outcome. So everyone's gonna have a unique, different situation. So I can't really sit here and tell you guys to do a specific thing for that reason. But I will say that it gets a lot easier as you go, and it's actually a really fun process. But just be really careful. You don't want to mess up your doll at all. But yeah, that's it for now. I'll pop back in if I have anything else to inform you guys. now that we're done taping her up, we're all set to start marking her straight down the middle and getting her ready. I will let you guys know that this is the first part of a little series to get your custom patterns for your smart doll, and I'll be showing you guys, starting from the tape method and ending with your own set of slopers, which include the one piece short set, which is one half, then the other half of the legs will become the two-piece short set, and one half of the bust part will become the the front and back sloper, and the other side will make them into princess seam patterns. So it's a long process and it takes a lot of editing those pieces to make them fit nicely, so it's one of the reasons why I'm splitting this video into different parts. Otherwise it'd be super long and it'd be a lot of editing for me. So yeah, back to the video. As you can see, I'm starting to add the second line down the middle on the back after doing it to the front. And this is how we divide it in half. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same to the waistline and mark the waistline, and this will divide the top and the shorts. So here it is. As you can see, I'm marking the waist a little bit higher than the stand hole. That way we could have that measurement marked down for future reference, as you can see. And then you follow the other side. And I'm just editing the line because it really wasn't down the middle. I thought it was. Here it is. Oh, and do not forget the shoulder seams. And I ended up doing the collar, like a fitted collar, but I really didn't like how it came out, but I'll have to test it. I didn't try it on when making the pattern. I just did a regular scoop neckline, but it's a pattern I do have, and I could test it. So I'm just straightening out the side seam. It came out a little crooked. You will have these things, so it's good to have different color pens just to mark and be able to remember what your true lines are. And we're going straight into cutting, and I was really worried about this. At the beginning I showed some plastic and I was supposed to put this down the middle of the doll, but I just felt like it'd be a lot of trouble just trying to keep that position in the middle while taping her and doing all of that. And then now, and the reference video I watched, which will be linked below, they use scissors as well, so that really really helped me get over it a bit. I was a little scared to do it, honestly. I didn't think it would work, but Darling Dolls saved my life. Her guide is the one that I will be linking below, and it'll be up there. And it's the one I followed for this tape method. And yeah, I believe she made, no, I think she also made patterns, but I did also watch one where they made a dress form, and that's another future video I plan on making. And yeah, so thanks to them. They will both be linked below. They're the references I watched that helped me kind of get an idea of what to do and how to do it right. So here it is. So here's the front and back of the top. I will be adding the darts right now. So for the back, you add one dart, and you just cut into it a straight line, and that should be enough to help it lay flat. And it'll honestly open up on its own, like the little cut. So here it is. For the center front, I'm just fixing the armhole, and I'm trying to find a good place to do that dart. And there it is, the first one, and boom, the side dart. And just do 2 cuts, and as you can see, it just opens up on its own, and you just have to make it lay flat. And what happens is when you sew these things up, you mark them, and then you mark a hole at the end of it, and then when you sew it up, you get your dart and your 3D silhouette. So here's the same thing, and this will be the piece that is one piece of, yeah, It's one big piece and you cut 2 pieces. So with 2 darts, boom. And there it is. And I will be fixing these darts as well. They're a little crooked, but in the part 2, I go over how to fix them. We kind of trace over the patterns and make them out of like manila paper, and it looks really great, and they're made to last. And we go on to the final side. And there it is. And this will be the princess seam. I went ahead and just trimmed off the collar, and I'm fixing it, the armhole again. It's good to get the plastic out of the way while you're cutting, so when you're tracing, it doesn't get in the way. That's another quick little tip. And there it is, and make sure everything matches. And for the princess seams, I went ahead and marked where I was my cut line ahead of time, even though I did mess that up a bit, even though I marked it ahead of time, because it's a little easier. You don't want to mess this up because you kind of only have one try. And you just try your best to split it down the middle. When you cut it, it'll lay flat, and you won't have to do any more cuts if you do it right. I did it right the first time, but I wasn't confident in that, so I went ahead and edited it, and I didn't end up liking it, so I had to fix it while tracing my patterns a little bit later on. But it totally worked out in the end. And there it is. So this will be the princess seam set. So from this, you'll get a total of 3 types of styles. So it's very versatile, and from here you'll be able to edit your patterns to make whatever style you like, and I think it's a great guide for those of you who want to follow along to my tutorials, and be able to make your own version of whatever I make. It'll be a great way for me to show you how to manipulate your patterns to get the styles you like, and you'll all have your own base slopers to work with, and it'll just make all of us be on the same page. So I'm really looking forward to that. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you're all as excited for part 2 as I am. All right, thank you. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're not. Peace.